New data reveals a dramatic shift on the XRP ledger that analysts confirm is opening the door to the largest price window we've seen in over a year. Overnight, XRP's liquidity profile transformed, and what we're seeing right now is the same footprint that historically appears before major expansion phases. Holders who've been waiting for a real catalyst should pay very close attention. Today, I'm breaking down the numbers, the institutional behavior, and the hidden signals that point directly toward XRP's next macro move. Over the last 24 hours, coordinated ledger activity erupted across the XRP ecosystem. Settlement traffic spiked, large block transfers fired off in rapid sequence, and liquidity scanners detected new mid-range clustering that hasn't appeared in weeks. Analysts confirm this isn't retail noise. The timestamps and volume distribution match accumulation algorithms used by structured funds. The spike began late last night, intensified through the morning, and has now formed the strongest sustained on-chain burst we've seen recently. This is the same chain reaction that preceded XRP's last major volatility wave. On the institutional side, the reaction is unmistakable. OTC desks reported a sudden increase in settlement routing requests specifically for deeper XRP channels. Market maker buy-side depth expanded sharply, jumping more than 18% in under a day. That type of synchronized positioning only happens when large players expect volatility. Analysts tracking institutional behavior confirm this is the most assertive shift from liquidity providers since XRP's prior macro pivot. On-chain metrics strengthen the picture. New XRPL account activations climbed, dormant wallets moved meaningful amounts of XRP into long-term holding addresses, and clustering wallets began fresh consolidation cycles. A powerful indicator is the supply migration event. A measurable portion of XRP has shifted from short-term speculative wallets into long-term strategic accounts. Historically, this pattern appears 7 to 21 days before strong directional price movement. At the same time, settlement throughput hit a new local high, with structured transfers that clearly signal accumulation before expansion. For XRP holders, this combination of institutional demand and long-term wallet accumulation signals that the market is preparing for a significant move. When major actors increase demand while long-term wallets restrict supply, an imbalance forms. And those imbalances rarely remain stable. The ledger is behaving exactly the way analysts expected before the next phase of XRP's cycle. Liquidity is tightening, mid-range zones are compressing, and accumulation footprints are forming below active resistance. This is the environment that typically appears before expansion. The price setup that triggered last night lays out a clear three-phase path. First, XRP is pressing against micro-resistance where new liquidity has formed. A clean break initiates the first volatility wave. Second, once that level breaks, XRP enters the magnet zone, a range where market makers traditionally widen the spread and generate upward momentum. And finally, the expansion window opens. Liquidity thins dramatically above the current range, giving XRP room to move efficiently if buying pressure continues. Analysts confirm the breakout window is active right now, and if this ledger activity maintains its pace over the next 48 to 72 hours, the probability of a macro push rises significantly. Stay locked in. The signals firing off across the ledger are the strongest we've seen in months. If you're part of the XRP community, make sure you like this video, drop a comment with how long you've been holding, and subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss the next update. The next few days will be critical as institutional flows evolve and new on-chain signals appear. This is XRP Insider Network, and the next chapter is forming right now.